welcome back to Kamtv. My name is Tanaka and today we have a phenomenal guest by the name of Bess.
Got a girl, she's 5'3", beautiful chocolate skin indeed. Can't believe her insecurities, thinking that she's no good for me.
Hi.
How are you today?
Good, I'm good.
You're good?
Yes.
Is it your first time in Dubai?
Very first time in Dubai.
Very first time. How do you
Yes.
like it here?
I really love it. I was taken around town today, so it was amazing to see many things. The life and the energy of Dubai.
Yeah. Okay, so for our audience, we want to know who is Bess.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, Bez is is an artist out of Nigeria, musician out of Nigeria.
Okay.
I grew up in a small town in Nigeria called Jos.
Okay.
And that was where I had my musical influences from my family. Eventually, I went to secondary school and I was in the choir.
Okay.
And that made me to hone my skills. And I grew up with a couple of siblings who were so interested in music that they influenced me. And then I started learning a lot of music as well from them and from my dad and from my mom as well. So my mom and dad would do something interesting,
Yeah.
like hit the record button on the tape and then record themselves singing.
Yeah.
So that was my kind of environment. Eventually, I decided to take music professionally when I was in my third year in university, and then here I am right now doing music professionally.
Okay.
It's been about 8-9 years right now.
8-9 years.
Yes.
That is a very long time.
Exactly.
Tell us about what inspired you, the name Bess. What inspired that music name?
My name, my native name is actually Bejiwa, and that means first man in the land. So I shortened Bejiwa to Bez. There's a lot of shortening that goes on in my family as well, because the names are so long. Like my surname is Idakula, but then
Okay.
it's shortened to Idakula. So, because there's a lot of shortening, I decided to do it organically and shorten the name Bejiwa to Bez. So that's where it came from.
Okay, very interesting. And your music genre, it's a fuse of jazz,
Yeah.
R&B, and a bit of soul. So can you tell us a little bit of what exactly your genre is?
Yeah. I call my genre alternative soul.
Alternative soul, guys.
Yes, yeah.
I've never heard this before, so.
So soul is the foundation of the music, and then alternative is sort of like a cheat word in there.
Okay.
To help you cheat. Put in whatever kind of mix you want to put in. So you can put in hip hop, jazz, R&B,
Yeah.
rock. So on my stage performances, I usually have a lot of more rock infused into the music, whereby when it's recorded in the studio, it's more soul, R&B, some hip hop in the music.
Yeah.
And I found out that instead of just doing music normally, I've grown. Like I said, I grew up in a musical family, and I had so much influences from country to pop, Madonna and Michael Jackson, to
Okay.
the traditional music that we have.
Yeah.
So I decided to create this music, this genre for me to bring all those influences into one cohesive, sound.
Wow.
Yeah.
Very interesting. So, Bess,
Yes.
you recently got married.
Okay.
Congratulations, by the way.
Thank you.
How does it feel compared to being single? Married
It's very
life.
different.
Married life, what's
It's
that like?
Very different, I'll tell you that for free. Well, I think for me, I've always been in a relationship, first of all, right?
Okay.
So it always keeps me grounded,
Yeah.
right? And I find out that whenever I'm in a relationship, I'm more serious than when I'm not.
Yeah.
So if I'm not in a relationship, I'm always, looking for the next beautiful thing.
Okay.
Yes,
All right.
So for me, it keeps me really grounded. You perform a lot, and then a lot of people love what you're doing. They're screaming, they're yelling. It can get over your head sometimes.
Okay.
But when you come back home and there's somebody to put you in check,
Yeah.
to bring you down to the real world, then then it's fantastic. So
Okay.
for me, I think that keeps me grounded, and
Yeah.
it just keeps me very, very organized.
See.
Yes.
So from your recent album, Gwambi Child, am I saying it right? Baggy Child. I'm so sorry. From your new album, Baggy Child, there's the single My Baby.
Yes.
And you had a listening party
Yes.
that I was not invited to, by the way.
So sorry.
Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Well, Baggy Child.
Yeah.
Funny enough, Baggy Child is not out yet. I
Yeah.
did a listening party, to test the sound.
Okay.
With the audience. We started recording the album in 2013 in New York.
All right.
And I flew my band to New York, and we got into a studio and knocked out like 9 songs. So the bass, the guitar, the keyboards, and yeah, that's it. So we recorded the stems, and then
Okay.
we took that as well to Houston.
Yeah.
Then we got these soul guys, to play horns on them.
Yeah.
And then we took that music to my village
Okay.
in Nasarawa State in Nigeria. And what we wanted to achieve with that is to bring in a unique African sound that is not just the talking drums, because everybody knows the talking drums, but
Yeah.
can I get a unique African sound and a unique African story?
Okay.
So I was able to go to my village and create and sample their music and use it in my music as well, and create the sound that I have for the second album. So that is Baggy Child, and I'm very excited about the album because
Yeah.
it's something that I haven't done before. It's a different space for me.
Okay.
So hopefully the album should be out really soon.
Okay. And also with this album, it says that you traveled to a lot of places. Can you tell us about those places and the experience that you had?
Yeah. Okay, fantastic. So like I mentioned, like my village, for example.
Yeah.
That was an amazing experience because these guys didn't know what we were doing. All we did was call them into a room and tell them, play your, play anything.
Just play.
Yeah, just play. And what we found out was there were some songs that they had that were playing that matched with some of our songs. Like the rhythm, the beat.
Yeah.
It was fantastic. So our experience in Cairo was just very out of this world. It was like, wow, we were meant to be here.
Yeah.
For New York, we had done a tour of New York in the year before, in 2012. So we really loved the energy, we loved their musicianship. So we wanted to record an album professionally. And since we're recording live and we knew some studios there, so we're like, all right, let's go to New York. And then pull from that energy and experience of live musicians and their recording techniques and all of that. So New York, first of all, the energy was amazing.
Wow.
They have cultural places like Brooklyn, which we're able to tour as well and enjoy from the experience. So that was Brooklyn. For Houston, it was not as exciting as New York and my village. But the most exciting part of it was being able to get these guys who play in a church, Lakewood Church.
Okay.
Yes, Joel Osteen, and they were the ones who played the horns on the music. So and then we had Marcy. Marcy was also in Houston. We bumped into her by mistake.
Oh wow.
Apparently, she's the percussionist for Beyonce in her all-female band. So we pulled Marcy.
Interesting.
Exactly. So we pulled Marcy into the recording session as well. So she played the percussion for all the music on Baggy Child. Yeah.
Fascinating. Was it at any point stressful?
Oh yeah, definitely. Definitely.
With all that traveling?
Managing people can be stressful.
Yeah.
And then you have a band you're managing. So I mean, like you somewhere to stay, where all of us would be comfortable. And at the same time, you don't want to spend a lot of money. So it was stressful traveling with people, and then just even going around town. And getting to the next studio, getting to the next meet or stuff like that. So it was stressful, but I mean, it's not stress that you wouldn't really enjoy.
Yeah.
Because
Of
it's
course.
part of the process.
Of course.
Yes.
Okay. So you are the first African to world premiere your music video on the BET Awards, and a Nigerian solo artist who did a show at the Apple Store in New York and California at the Black History Month. Yes?
Yes, I am.
Can you tell us about that experience?
Um, well, I mean, we were doing a tour in New York, and it so happened that it was, the Black History Month in the States, so it was just amazing, to find out that people just walked out of the street, and came into the show. Now, the show needed a couple hundred people.
Okay.
Yeah, and people just walked from the street and got into the door, and they were to come in, and then we had an audience.
Yeah.
So I had that with my three-piece band. It was amazing, one of my best shows ever.
Okay.
Just because of the response. The same thing happened in LA. But the store in LA is smaller.
Okay.
But that was amazing as well. And for me to do that, I think it was a milestone for me, my major milestone in my career. And I mean, when things happen like that, you just find out like I'm meant to be here. I'm meant to
Yeah.
be doing this. So
Yeah.
it eggs you on to do more.
Okay.
For BET, it happened by accident. We found somebody in Nigeria who came to record the BET Cypher. And I was doing an interview with her, and she heard me play. She was like, "All right, I really like your stuff. Whenever you have a video, send it to me." And that was it.
That was it?
That was it. And
Just like that.
we sent the video to her, and it was one premiered on, BET 106 Park first.
Okay.
So that had been, I mean, that had been amazing milestone.
Okay, so Bess, you are known for your tours. You've been to so many places. Addis Ababa, Nairobi, New York, London. And I quote, and this is your quote by the way, "Once I get on stage, I go crazy." Yeah?
Yes.
So what type of craziness are we expecting? What amount of crazy are we expecting for 2016?
I'm hoping a generous amount of crazy.
A generous amount of crazy.
Yes, to go around. I mean, for a musician, I think the best thing about being a musician is performing.
Yeah.
You're able to take the music that a lot of people know or do not know and share it in a live form. On stage, you have your band members, you have yourself playing and performing, and people are feeding off that energy and seeing the real you performing these sounds. So I think it's amazing, to be performing. That's my best thing ever. And once you're on stage, you find out that you are on that platform for a short while, right? It has been given to you. Now, what do you make out of it? Do you create greatness out of it, or do you just stroll in and then stroll out? So I think behind my brain, I have that ingrained in there.
Okay.
So whenever I get on stage, it's like, listen, this is my one-time opportunity to show who I am, to show what I've been doing for so many years, and then I just let go.
Okay.
I'm normally quiet,
Yeah.
normally quiet, but like when I get on stage, I become a different person just because this is what I love to do, this is what I do, and this is who I am.
Oh wow.
Yes.
And are you looking forward to you have a performance tonight, right? Are you looking forward to that?
I'm definitely looking forward to it. Like I said, my first time in Dubai,
Wow.
first time at Kiza, and I'm really looking forward to engage with the crowd, have a great show, and bring a generous amount of crazy as well.
Oh wow.
Yes.
Thank you so much for joining me, Bess.
Thank you
It
so
was
much for
a
having me.
pleasure.
Thank you.
My name is Tanaka, and this is Kamtvmedia. Bless.
Say you will be waiting for me. Say you'll never, 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 never leave me.